Well, hello, and a very happy morning to all of our conscious casters out there. I am Scott from Controversial Cruising. I have Elisa from Elisa's Adventures in Cruising,
There he
and we
is.
have Chet from Sea Leg Journeys. And today we are going to be talking about those gadgets or gizmos that you bring with you on your travel cruise adventure. And
Mm.
are they useful?
Welcome into the Conscious Cruiser podcast, the know before you go approach to cruising and travel. The smartest cruiser is the Conscious Cruiser. And your conscious casters, Elisa, Chet, and Scott.
Yeah. I
Hey,
mean, I am
Tommy.
excited about this one. I am so excited about this one. I know there's going to be a lot of feedback in the chat. I know there's going to be a lot of feedback from you guys. This is going to be very, very not controversial, but this is going to be something that we can talk about. So I hope everybody is having a wonderful Monday morning. I do want to remind everybody that you are listening to the 2025 Meet and I Award Best Podcast. Right. That's right. You are listening to the best podcast that you possibly can for cruise and travel right now because it is the Meet and I 2025 Best Podcast Award. So go over and give Meet and I a little love because they give love to the entire community by putting this award ceremony on every single year and, picking amazing, amazing winners. So, yes. Thank you for tuning in. And yeah, so let's kick it off with some gadget talk, right? We all
Boy.
bring different things on a cruise with us, whether it's for personal reasons, whether it's for vlogging reasons. So I kind of want to hear from you guys. The first question: what is your number one gadget right now? And it could have changed over the years, but the number one gadget that you would not leave home without. And Elisa, as we always do, we're going
I feel like I have a lot of choices here, and I'm trying to figure out what I have
to.
close by to show.
The number one that
The
you would,
number
I mean,
one
obviously, but
the number one and something that I really needed and was in my early years I carried just a extension cord because there were not enough outlets in the cabin to be able to plug in your things. But now that we
Oh.
have so many other things, our phones, our the watches, the cameras, all the things that you need to charge up, I have this is like I don't even know what you call it,
Ooh.
like an extender. It's just a cube, but it's
Yeah.
got extra plugs and it's got the USB ports as well. You could get one of the strips if you want, not something with a surge protector. Obviously, those are not allowed aboard the cruise ships. But the newer ships, the XL class, the icons, those newer bigger ships have more outlets in the cabins. But the older ships, and old doesn't mean 1900s, but the older ships have fewer outlets, and we just have more things. So something that's going to help you to charge up all the devices, especially if there's more than one person in the cabin, you run out of space pretty quick. So carry some kind of an extender so you can charge up.
I like that. That's a really good tip. Really good tip. And yeah, I mean they're kind of inexpensive too. There was like 15 to $20 maybe for one of
Yeah,
those.
this was.
So
I
yeah,
want to see
Anchor's a good
that
company.
exactly.
Anchor is like a reputable company. If you guys are looking for like electronics and you see the name Anchor,
Hmm.
ANKER, you know you're buying some amazing, amazing stuff. So that's, I mean, you're not gonna have to replace that extender, believe me. Well, our other extender, let me pull him back. Okay, pulling him back. Uh,
You okay?
maybe his number one changed in his mind as we were just talking. So Chet, what is your Chet and Robin? What are your number one cruise gadgets that you guys do not leave home without?
Well, it's out being charged right now, but I have a battery pack charger that I carry with me
Yes.
off the ship. And
Hmm.
that way I can charge the phone and the camera, whatever devices we carry while we're out and about. So if we're off on a
Yes.
7 or 8 hour excursion, you know, the batteries may start to run low. And so I actually got two of them, two little battery pack things that can charge up to two devices at once. And I take those with me so that we don't run out of, battery while we're out on all day excursion or a port day.
Right.
That's a great one. Yeah.
And I'd forgotten about that till you showed me yours, Lisa, and I went,
oh yeah, the power.
I was going to show this, but this ain't a device. It's just a bag that I carry that device in, along with a bunch of other stuff. Carry your batteries and your cord and your extra discs and all that stuff. But it's not really a gadget. So my really go-to is the battery packs that I carry with me to charge devices while I'm gone from the ship.
Anything could be a gadget, Chet. Anything could be a gadget. It doesn't have to be electronic. Mine is electronic, but it doesn't have to be electronic. It can be anything. And that's for you guys that are in the Yeah, that counts. That is number one gadget right there.
Go Gadget, go. Anybody remember Inspector Gadget?
What happens if you leave that gadget at home?
I can't really leave without it. It's that or a wheelchair.
Right? Very important.
Oh, man.
All right. Mine has changed over the years. I am going to take my number one gadget out. Now, since starting this channel 3 years ago, we all have our respective personal channels. This has definitely changed. Now, I used to do all of my recording and my vlogging and my encapsulating on this wonderful camera here. Now, as people who just are not vloggers, right? Your phone filled up. You're recording this, you're recording that, and especially in these ports, right? And we're all recording now in what you call 4K because we all want the best video quality, right? Why not? And that takes up memory. Even your photos start to take up memory, and you get that wonderful message on your iPhone. It's like, would you like to purchase more storage? Or, oh, you're out of storage. Fix it now, right? So instead of that, I have gotten myself, and I fought with myself hand over foot. I don't need it. I'm not going to be one of nope. And I beat myself over the head. But this is actually not the newest, but this is the DJI 2. And it has revolutionized the way that I record content, capture content, right? And it puts me in a different mindset. And when I say that, right, and I'm talking to the vloggers, and even if you're not, right, talking to the vloggers, this helps me get all of my long form content, right, and helps me stay out of here, right, until I need to, let's say, make a short where I'm going vertical. So this one is going to stay like this primarily, unless I really want something basically for personal. But this is basically going to be how this is recorded. And then this is going to keep me in the mindset when I'm recording my long form. And as I know, a lot of you have watched some of my vlogs, and in the past with the camera, it's a little hard to keep stabilized, and I may or may not have made some people sick in the past by doing my spins. Liz from Carnival Cruise Addicts always loves to call me out on that one. So
it's a lot of movement. It was a lot of movement.
It was like me in this chair right now. I'm gonna knock everything over. I'm not gonna spin, but yeah, it would be like me in this chair. But yeah, it really has something like that. The 2, which I know there's a 3 and they're coming out with a 4, but a 3, the 2 costs about, I would say about $250-ish. So it was a really great investment. The battery is amazing. The footage and the 4K footage that it lets you shoot in is amazing. And I would have never thought that I would actually say that is my number one gadget, but it really is my number one gadget, because if I were to forget it and I now have to rely on this, my vlogs would not come out as good as they do. So, and I know that's important too. You go on these cruises and especially the newer ports, let's say like Celebration Key or some of these new ports that they're putting out, like you want to get it right. And you're not going to be there. Like I can close my eyes right now and be in Ketchikan, Alaska, but you can't just be in Ketchikan, Alaska. Like, I want to go record that short next to the.
Yeah, you're not usually going back next weekend where you can say, I'll see it again. Yeah.
Right. And that's why these things are getting more and more important, right? And so yeah, number one right now, and it may change, right? You can always, and everything can always change. Just remember that. Just remember that. Okay. Let's talk about number 2. And I guess I segued us into this, right? But all 3 of us do have our own respective channels, and we are all are cruise vloggers, cruise content creators. Okay. And I know so many of you that listen along, and so many of you that are listening on Spotify, also listening here on YouTube. I know that you guys are also content creators, or just cruise content creators and content creators in general. So if you are, do you have a specific gadget that you take to help you record that content? Chat, kick us. Why don't you kick us off with your many gadgets and gadgets?
Boy, do I. Man, I've got a Sony ZV-1. I've got a GoPro 12. I've got the DJI gimbal for the cell phone. We've got tripods. We've got selfie sticks. We've got microphones that are corded, microphones without cords. I mean, we've got bags like this to help us tote stuff.
Yep.
And different cables and batteries and battery chargers. Yeah, we've got a whole montage of equipment there, and we take it all because it all has different purposes. I found over the years of doing this. I like my Sony on the big tripod for doing sail away stuff or cruising into ports, things like that. And I like the GoPro for when we're off the ship, because it can go underwater, it can go under rain, and everything like that. I got different microphones for and gimbals like for her phone to use when we're doing our videos in the dining rooms, and different microphones for the GoPro when I'm using it outside on deck. I mean, there's a different situation. It calls for different equipment only because I'm trying to improve the quality of both sound and video as best we can as we move along. So over the course of the last several years, we get a little piece of equipment here, a little piece there, and they each find their own little niche area to work for us and to help improve everything. And who knows what we'll get next year to improve it even more.
It's like it's like tools in the toolbox, right? Not everything serves, they all serve a purpose, right? Everything doesn't serve the same purpose, right? But you have the different tools in the toolbox to use. And that it makes different things better. Like Chet alluded to, having the GoPro, where let's just say you're in a port, right? You have recorded your long form here, but you're like, oh, I'm going to go jump off the dock. Now you're going to put that little piece from your GoPro, right? That we're jumping off into the dock, right? And then you see Chet jumping into the dock, and it like transitions into like them sitting at you're like, whoa, how did you do that? Well, he had his Canon ZXW35WK Walker, right? And then he also had his GoPro. That's how you do it. So great tip, Sea Lake Journeys. How about you, Elisa?
Well, yeah, as we've been sitting here talking, I'm like, oh yeah. You don't think you have that many things, or you use that many things, but you do. Like you said, they accumulate over time. My thing is that I normally, and I have the one that I like the best right now, using to record this, but tripods. I have two that I carry all the time. One is kind of like a flexi one, and one is an extended selfie stick, so that you can raise it up and have it at eye level. The thing that I really like are things that are going to help me be hands-free.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to be hands-free, not only so that I can like fully be in the shot if I need to be, but also, you're carrying other things. Like you said, you have your bag that you're carrying around with all the equipment, or you may or may not have a tote bag or a backpack or whatever, and you're trying to juggle and hold the camera and set the scene. It gets a little difficult. And when I went last year to Italy, no, I went to Greece. When I went to Greece, I had this magnetic clip that could hold the camera, or it could hold the action camera, like a GoPro style camera. And that, if you guys saw the video where we were doing the tour on the back of the motor scooters,
Yep.
and I mean, some of them might be a little bit, like Scott was saying, a little bit like, whoa, what is she doing? But I love that I could be hands-free, one, because I was holding on, people, but also because I felt like you just got I really like the footage from that. I just felt like you got such like a panoramic kind of view, and really showed what was happening on the street as we were zipping along there. So hands-free things to help you record is really what I'm most interested in right now.
I love that. I love that. It really is. It brings a whole different dynamic when, you can see what the person's eating, or see the hands is definitely a big thing, right? Seeing
Mhm.
people's hands, right? And obviously them doing things like petting a sloth, or, eating a
Yeah.
hamburger, or, shaking hands with somebody, it's just
Right.
all part of it, right?
Right.
That whole experience that we're trying to vlog and encapsulate. I like both of those. I'm going to go on the flip side. I know Chet actually just touched on this a little bit, but I'm going to go on the flip side. Okay. And I'm going to give everybody a really, really, really big tip. Okay.
Uh-oh.
There's two things when recording, right? Obviously, there's video and there's audio. Okay. You can have an audience watch a video with bad video, right? It happens, right? You see where it's like, oh, the Wi-Fi is bad, and it's like you see like Lisa's face, but it's like a little pixelated, right? You'll watch that. That's fine.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
But bad audio, doesn't matter who you are. I can love you to the moon and back, but bad audio, man, whoo, that's hard. That milk biscuit. Like, what is he saying? You're like, I can't, I'm trying. I'm really trying here hard, but I can't do it. And then it's just like, okay, let me see if it's me, right? Then you always go, let me see if it's me. You stop it, right? And then you go back and it's still like, and you're like, okay, I can't do it, right? So mine, right here, get yourself some wireless mics, and not necessarily these. I know these are DJI, so they may be a little bit more expensive, but even if they are the $20 cheapo wireless mics, guess what? They'll work, and they'll bring your from here to here, right? And there's nothing you could do about Wi-Fi connection. So if the Wi-Fi connection does,
that's different.
Fine. But again, if you're on a cruise, right, and you're talking about food, right, and you're like this, and nobody can really hear you, and you're speaking loud, but your phone or your camera or whatever doesn't really take in the sound like it should, you're like, what? And the person even like puts their TV all the way up to 50, and it's still like, it's bad audio, right? So all of that, like Chet said, right, making sure that you're putting out the best video quality that you can, and I'm saying, like, make sure that you can take every advantage to make sure your audio is good, right? Because there's nothing worse than a video with bad audio. That's it. There's nothing worse than it. Cringe. Sorry. So I'm sorry. I'm just being
that's a great point. I think I definitely struggle with remembering to use the microphones, or if I have the microphone, remembering to have the windsock on it so that you can not hear all, because when you're in the moment, you might think it's a little breezy, but you don't really hear it. But then when you go to play the video back, it's like, oh my gosh, I would have gone to get the microphone if I had realized. So yeah.
Yep.
You can't get those moments back too. I mean, then it turns into a battle, right? Okay, do I like just crush the audio and then do like my own little dubstep? Like, well, I'm there. Yeah, we're going through the Lido, and it's like, now you like over record yourself, which fine, right? Because sometimes you look at that situation, you're like, this is gonna up the quality of this video if I just cut myself out because I sound like. Okay, you cut it, right? And then you just, hey, I'm eating a chicken tender, and whatever, right? So it does become that battle, but I will say, together with the video and the audio 100%, it's hard to listen to a video with bad audio. It really is, and I'm sorry. That's everybody. I love everybody, but you want to know what? Your video's not bad. Listening. Okay, I might be watching. I might hit mute and just watch, and make my own scenario in my head. But okay. Okay, so let's go to our wonderful sponsor today. It's actually two sponsors, but our first wonderful sponsor is a crazy couple that you should go and check out, especially on Sundays, Sunday afternoon. And yeah, a little Chet and Robin may do you a little leg. Let's get a little leg. You want a little leg?
This is Chet, and we're Sea Lake Journeys.
That's right. So come on with us, and we're going to show you the ships, the ports, and the excursions that we do while we're cruising.
You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Spotify, and of course, YouTube.
That's right. So come on and join us on all the fun things we're going to do. We also have live shows Wednesday and Friday morning at 8:30 Eastern Time and Sunday night at 6 p.m. So come on and join us there too.
And don't forget, we have a wide variety of videos on YouTube, from everything from the food, to the rooms, to the excursions, to the ships.
That's right. So come on and join us for the fun here at Sea Lake Journeys.
Ain't they great, y'all? Ain't they great? I love
We
it.
love them.
Yes. Little Sunday cruise talk, mood talk over there with Chet and Robin from Sea Lake Journey. Well, sometimes Robin. If she's on the thumbnail, probably not. Right, Chet? Right?
That's pretty much the way it goes.
Oh, we love them. We love them. And then I am going to give everybody just a little reminder. I know most of you here are listening on YouTube, but we really need your guys' help to build our Spotify presence. And if you didn't know and you're like, oh my God, they're on Spotify. Well, yeah, this is a
on Spotify.
podcast. It's a podcast, right? Of course, it's on Spotify. So please go over and check us out on Spotify, The Conscious Cruiser. Okay. And whether you're Chet, driving to work, driving to the port, right?
Driving somebody crazy.
Turn us on.
Ahoy, fellow cruise enthusiasts. Ready to set sail on a sea of knowledge? Have you checked out the Conscious Cruiser podcast on Spotify? Well, what are you waiting for? Every week, our podcast is packed with all your cruising essentials. Whether you're driving to work, driving someone crazy, or driving to your next cruise port, pop on the Conscious Cruiser. We've got the best know-before-you-go cruise and travel tips. It's like having a cruise expert in your pocket. So give us a follow, give us a listen, and let's make your next cruise the best one yet. Don't miss out on the fun. Join the Conscious Cruiser community today. Now, back to the Conscious Casters.
Back to the Conscious Casters, and we are back. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone. Okay, so let's kick it off to our third question, which is going to be an in your opinion question. And I want everybody, right? I want everybody to take a second and close your eyes, because we're about to be truthful with everyone out here, and we're also about to be truthful.
Not that we're not always truthful.
Ourselves. That's right. And not that we're always, but I mean, sometimes, okay, it's a little hard to admit things, okay? So here we go. In your opinion, all of the gadgets, right? And not just the electronic gadgets, if you're not a vlogger, all of the gadgets that you bring, you know that you bring a lot of gadgets, okay, and things and gizmos. Do all of these gadgets make the cruise experience better? Or at the end of the day, are you like, probably should have left half of them home because they didn't even take them out of the bag? I mean, what if I needed it, right? We always say, oh, if I needed it, right? But if you needed it, but do all of these gadgets and gizmos make the cruise experience better at a whole? Elisa, how about all your cruise gadgets?
Yeah. I mean, can you live without them? Yeah. Does it make it more convenient, or for you to feel like, this is my home away from home and I just want to settle in? That's what I think we really claim our cabins as a piece of home. You know what I mean? We want to be comfortable in them. And so we probably pack more than we should. But we do anyway. We like our gadgets. We like stuff. We like stuff.
We do. I agree.
Well, once the cruise fare is paid for, your flights are paid for, and you just want to get on the cruise and have a good time, you can.
Yeah.
Yep.
How about your bag of gadgets and gizmos over there, Sea Lake Journeys? Do you guys feel like it ups the cruise experience? You feel like, I probably should have left half of them at home?
Well, it doesn't. I don't think it helps or detracts really for us, because we're kind of used to doing it. But where it does add is when we get home and we're making those videos to put out on YouTube, and knowing that they're there for the next 100 years, And that people are getting to look and say, wow, that's a cool ship they're on. Wow, that's a great port they're at. Wow, look at that excursion they did. And that, at some point in time, we can go back and look at them too and go, wow, that was a great port. Man, I want to get on that ship again ourselves. It really, really adds in the future. So while we're doing it, it's just kind of, it's just a normal thing for us. It doesn't add or detract at the time, but we know looking future, it definitely 100% adds for us.
Yes, 100%, 100%. I'm going to say, okay, so there are definitely, aside from the vlogging gadgets, right? There are some gadgets, if I left them at home, I would be it would make my cruise really, really bad, right? Like, let's say my fans. Well, yes, my coffee, of course, 100%. So you guys know me, but my fans, right? So let's perfect example. This is the most powerful handheld fan, it will blow the skin off your face. I promise you. Okay. No, on the Conscious Cruiser.
Try to keep your skin on your face, people. That's a tip for you.
Keeping yourself cool, especially on a Caribbean cruise, right? I also have a clip fan that goes near my bed. I am one that needs to be cool. I don't know if you're cool sleepers or hot sleepers, but I am a cool sleeper. I'm a cool person in general. I'm a cool person. So I sweat all over the place. I will walk to Pig and Anchor and I will be like, I took a shower. You'd be like,
oh, wow.
Okay. So I need these, right? And those kind of comfort, I call them comfort gadgets, are the gadgets that pretty much stay in the suitcase. I don't even have to worry about ever forgetting them because they don't go anywhere else but the suitcase. There's an extra tip for you. If you know that, right, it's something that is going to make you comfortable, stick it in the suitcase, because where else is the suitcase going with you than traveling, right? And hey, if you bring your suitcase to Kentucky because you're going on a business trip, I don't think anybody's going to be upset that you brought your fan, okay? Yeah, it's okay, people. It's okay. Okay, so comfort gadgets, I would say 100%. I never regret bringing. Some other gadgets, sometimes we bring a little extra, too much extra, right? And yeah, I have said before, okay, maybe next time I'm not going to bring this, or maybe next time we're not going to lug this all the way here. Okay. But hand over foot, I think the gadgets nowadays in 2026, I think they really do make the cruise more comfortable. I think they up the experience. And even if you're vlogging too, right, some of the electronic equipment that we feel like we can't go without.
I can't remember where I saw this. I'll have to look for it for you, Scott, and send it to you. But somebody had a portable ceiling fan and they took it on the. Have you seen that?
Oh,
and
yeah.
they've taken it on the cruise ship. I'm not one who can sleep with the ceiling fan on, even though I'm in Florida. We have lots of ceiling fans. It was small, and you hung it up with the magnetic hook. We all carry the hooks around, but for those who need that to sleep, I thought, oh, that's not so bad. You could carry that and make the cabin even more comfortable. So
Yeah.
if you've seen it already, I won't bother, but I was gonna say I'll look for that for you.
Yeah, one of my friends actually that I've cruised with, Rich from No Pants Profits, he's got every fan that's possible. But yeah, he's got that one that sticks up there. And it's cool because it has a little remote. And his, it has a little light in there, and it could change different colors. So like, even if you wanted to like dance in the disco, it like has like a little strobe light. It could turn yellow, it could turn green, it could turn, like $30 or something like that. So yeah, if you are definitely one that needs one of those, it oscillates in the room too. You think like you're looking at and the little blades are a little like a little tiny. You're like,
it's not gonna do anything, but
you're like, whoa, I feel it all the way from the other side of the room. Yeah, the thing. Okay. No, it doesn't. It's
not taking off.
All right. Here we go. Question of the cast. Get ready because I'm calling on all of my shoppers. Okay. All of my shoppers, all my cruise essential shoppers, right? Like I said, gadgets and gizmos are good. It's not just electronic. Okay. I want to know. Put it in the chat. Okay. Where do you buy most of your gadgets and gizmos? Okay. 1, Amazon. Okay. 2, the wonderful Temu, or the store. Do you still go to the store? Do you go to like the dollar store? Do you go to the general store? Do you go to the Apple store?
Walmart, Target,
Walmart stores,
Best Buy,
department
whatever.
stores. Yes. Or are you, I want to know the actual app. And if there are any secret like Cruise Essential apps, you better not be gatekeeping. Okay. Because it's the Conscious Cruiser. Okay. Don't be gatekeeping and let us know where we should buy our stuff. Okay. Chat. Let us know, please. Where do you buy your gadgets?
90% of my stuff comes from a company called Adorama. Adorama. You can find it online. And why do I go to them for 90% of my stuff? Well, because they have all the reviews there, and they have experts that you can talk to online or call and talk to them and say, hey, I need to know if this blue fuzzy gadget will work with my cup gadget. Because it don't always tell you in the description.
That's true. That's true.
So I'll say, well, I got this, and if this will work with this, this is what I want. And they'll tell you, well, yeah, that does work with that. However, also consider this. It does even better, and it's the same price because it's on sale this week. And so I've had great success with that company telling me what will work with something else and what's on sale that's compatible. And they throw it all out there. And I really appreciate that. It's that expertise that I need, and everything they've told me has been right. Everything they've told me, I said, okay, I'm going to do that. It's worked exactly as they said. And I just really like the company, and I'll continue to use them for my stuff in the future. It's Adorama, Adorama. Not a sponsor yet, but who knows? Maybe one day.
That's good. I've never heard of them, Chad. I just put that down in my little notes to check that out. Thank you for that.
See, thanks for sharing there, friend.
We learn too, guys.
Yes.
Okay, this is a learning process together. All right, Elisa, how about you? Do you have an app, a special app, or a website, or a source?
It's definitely not anything that we're all aware of it, I think. I just turned my Temu app back on because, sometimes you have to tell Temu, not right now. They're very
not right now.
They're very aggressive with their reminders, coupons, et cetera, and you're like, wait, do I actually need any of this? Why am I just because it's a deal? Because I spun the wheel? Calm down.
Spin the wheel, get the deal.
Being honest with yourself, people. Being honest.
So I do get things from Temu, but mainly I get things from Amazon and or out and about in the stores. I still, I think I've already dated myself in saying that, I went to the mall a lot. That was an all-day event. Especially as a teenager, so I'm a in-store shopper. But anyway, one thing that I am gonna really share here, guys, because when I was getting all of my gizmos and gadgets and prep for Greece, I was gonna say Italy, Greece last summer, I came across a thing that I thought, well, I don't know what it's going to be like there. Everything looks nice and clean and shiny, and it'll be fine. But I bought this pack from Amazon, and it actually is a set of disposable sheets and towels. Because somewhere along the line, I heard that, they don't use face washcloths like we do, or you have a lot of extra towels and things like we were normal. So I thought, maybe this will come in handy. Now, as you can see, it is unopened still.
Yeah.
So there may be other uses. Maybe you camp. Maybe you're doing a long road trip. Maybe you would want it for something like that. But this was like a pack of two sets of towels and 2 sets of sheets with a quilt cover.
Wow.
So just saying, I don't know if I really needed that, but it was a little bit of a comfort in knowing that I was going to at least have a backup set of towels if I needed it in my bag.
Good idea.
Well, hey, next year, if you decide to go to Italy and because you already went to Greece, hey, now you have
got it already.
You're going to need it in Italy. Just hold on to it.
Somewhere in my travels.
I love it. I love it. Well, I will say I don't have the Temu app. I don't do Temu. I'm sorry. But on Amazon, I definitely Amazon for sure. But I will say I'm not really loyal to one source. Let me just say, if I want something where I figure out that, hey, this gadget or this gizmo is something that I want, I am one that will research it and try to get the best price possible. I will do research on the company to make sure it's not a scam, because there's a lot of those AI scams out there right now. It's like, oh, get this for cheaper, blah, blah, blah. And then it shows up and it's like, oh, that's not what it was. It's like, this tiny, or it's like a model of it. And you're like, wow, I just got duped. Right. But you can find better prices oftentimes by doing a little bit of boop, 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 right? And just don't give up if you don't find it on the first one. Change your search, right? And you could find these different smaller websites or mom and pop shops or whatever it may be, whatever you're trying to buy, right? Sometimes you can find it cheaper online. Sometimes you can find it cheaper on Amazon. Sometimes you can find it cheaper on eBay. Sometimes you can find it cheaper on Temu. Sometimes you can find it cheaper at the local grocery store. Who knows, right? So just make sure that if you want something, you're not just succumbing to, hey, let me just buy it right now. Even if it's Amazon, right? Put it in the cart and leave it there, right? To remind yourself, because sometimes I forget too, right? Remind yourself, but then go out and just do a little research, right? To make sure that you can't get a better price, because you can definitely most often times get a better price. And if not, guess what? That item's still there in the Amazon cart, and all you got to do is boop, and there it is.
They will save something in your cart, won't they? Like,
they will.
It's there.
It's there.
Yeah, Walmart will too.
Yeah.
Walmart. I have the Walmart app. I have them.
Yes.
All right. Well, this has been an amazing episode, talking all about our gadgets and gizmos. You guys have been chatting away too as well. We do appreciate all of you guys out there, and I appreciate my two wonderful co-hosts, Chet and Robin from Sea Light Journeys, and Elisa from Elisa's Adventures in Cruising. We will be back next week with another episode. We cannot wait. We love spending these Mondays with you guys. So I will see you guys all at the mood check. I've already beaten Chet, so don't worry about it. And if you go over to the morning show, let them know that we sent you by doing a little hashtag conscious raid. That's right. Chuck the Duck says no. We'll see you guys
later.
Have a great Monday. Thanks for spending it with us. We'll see you later.